He scared me.
Sorry, Paul. I didn't mean let me touch your leg. Sorry, Paul.
And that brought me peace. I feel better now.
Good, I'm glad. And we're back with an all-new episode of Soundcheck with
Patches and Legos.
That's right. That's exactly who we are. I am Legos.
And I'm old Paulie Patches.
Paulie Patches, that's right. Well, Paul, what do we got going on this week, man?
Okay, let me. This is a real thing that I did. What did I do this weekend? I'll tell you what I did this weekend.
I am ready for this.
Emily and I made friends with a couple who annually, around this time of year, drive down to La Junta, Colorado.
I know where that's at.
You know where that's at.
I do.
Because it's tarantula mating season. And so we drive down there. All the male tarantulas are walking around, and they literally will, like, knock on the doors of the females' nests. Consent is key. They're asking first.
That's cool.
But, yeah, we went down there, dude. And there's just, you're driving down the road, and there's literally just, you're, like, making sure not to run them over. There's tarantulas crossing the road looking to get laid.
There's that many?
There was not actually that many this time, but there was a not insignificant amount. What freaks me out is there's an insect, there's a wasp variant called a tarantula hawk. And the tarantula hawk, we're coming out of the gate swinging, y'all. We're talking about some weird shit here. The tarantula hawk will sting the spider, paralyze it, and inject its eggs into the abdomen of the spider. And alien style, the spawn grow inside the spider, and then the spider dies as the newly hatched wasps emerge from the abdomen of the spider. Dude.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. First of all, rude. You know?
Right.
Yeah, really, not the nicest thing. But it's also said that the pain index from the sting of a tarantula hawk wasp is apparently analogous to, like, getting shot. You don't want to get stung by one of those things.
Yeah, stay away.
Yeah. If you have to go through La Junta, just be careful. Both of the spiders, to be considerate, and also the baseball bat-sized wasps, the yacht-sized wasps that they have down there that will sting you and paralyze you, and lay their eggs in your abdomen.
I assume it's seasonal, of course.
It's not year round. It's not a year round thing.
They got to wait for the night of the tarantulas.
The night of the tarantulas. That sounds like a 1958 Roger Corman film.
I just handed that one right to you, buddy.
Do you see that? Do you see how he thinks of it? He thinks of it. He's kind to me how he does this. What did you do with your weekend, Kyle?
What did I do with my weekend? Let's see here. Well, we went to a concert,
yes.
Right? We went and saw Many Faces and Many Friends at the Moxie Theater. We saw North Carolina deathcore band Filth.
Oh, they were heavy, dude.
They were heavy. The openers were Narcotic Wasteland.
Yes.
Right?
Narcotic Wasteland, mind you, featuring Dallas Toller Wade, formerly of Nile.
Straight up.
Like, just at the Moxie.
Just there.
Dude's just there.
Ripping. He was ripping like 6 inches from my face.
It was pretty intense. Narcotic Wasteland, fast band, good band.
They were good. And then Local Heroes Dragoria.
That's right.
And I'm sad to say it, but I can't remember the name of the local band. Or the opening band, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have their sticker.
You do? You have
I
the
have
sticker?
their sticker in my back pocket.
Because you're literally wearing the clothes that you were wearing last night?
Oh, yeah. What, are you kidding?
Oh, why don't you hold it up for
I'm
everybody
not like
to see?
Person. I think it's Partialist.
Partialist, that was it.
Partialist is the name of that band. They were heavy as fuck.
They were heavy as fuck. They
were
slammed.
very good. Yeah.
They slammed. They bopped. They slammed. They got down, dude.
Yeah,
they jumped. They did spins. There were kicks. I saw a kick.
To borrow from the colloquial parlance of the youth in 1954, their act was boffo.
Oh.
You didn't think you were going to hear boffo today, did you?
No, we have to move on now.
Let's put that past us. Let's put that uncomfortable moment behind us.
We'll table boffo for now. But in actuality, the show was great. There were tons of people there.
It was packed.
Right? Maybe not sold out, but pretty damn close.
Real close, dude. Dragoria has a strong following, dude.
Yeah.
People come out.
Shout out to Dragoria. Shout out to Alex, our very first guest on Soundcheck.
He was our first. You never forget your first.
It's true. We remember that one time that we made out, Alex.
See that?
We'll never forget.
It was good, dude. Speaking of which, actually, I listened. Alex was kind enough to send us a redux of a song of theirs called "Stray Victim."
It's true.
Listen,
I thought what was funny in the message he sent over, I think you said something to the effect of "I'll snack on it," and he said, "Please chew on this."
I was like, "You gave us the best breakfast we could ever hope for," and it was heavy as fuck.
It was crunchy,
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
high in fiber.
Thank you for that, gentlemen. Yes, but more, please. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good to see the Drag Horia boys.
Yeah.
It was good to see some local talent on a national tour like that.
Oh, yeah.
Narcotic Wasteland and Filth both brought the heat. There was lots of, as the kids say, mosh pitting going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a lot of mosh dancing.
A lot of mosh dancing.
There were some.
Bebopping. There was some swing dancing.
There might have been some marijuana needles. And
A couple of them. Yo, did you see the crowd surf guy get dropped on his head?
Bro, I did see that.
Yeah.
That was not. I saw that guy. What's funny about that? Yeah, there was a dude who was being crowd surfed. They picked him up and they fucking dropped him.
Yeah.
And then he was in the bathroom like taking pics about it and stuff. Dude. But I mean, hey, content, dude, content. I get it. Believe me, I understand.
Subscribe for more. His eye is like falling out.
Oh
of
yeah,
his
his nose was. He looked like he got in a fight. That guy.
He got struck by Mike Tyson right before he fell
He
down.
got in a fight with the ground. Mm-hmm. The struggle is real.
His nose was on the other side of his face.
It was rough, dude.
It was weird.
It was gnarly.
Uncanny Valley kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
But very odd to see with your own eyes, I guess.
Yes.
But
Kyle, I got this thing on my mind. We were supposed to talk about this in a past sound check, and we
it's
did.
still on your mind.
It still remains on my mind. I think about it all the time. It's one of my favorite things to think about.
I almost can't believe it.
Shitty superpowers. Okay.
Okay.
Examples. I have thousands of these.
Mm-hmm.
Examples of terrible superpowers that have basically no use and you could not protect anybody with. One of my favorite ones. Imagine if you could fly. You could literally defy gravity and fly, but only if you were on the inside of the cabin of a 737 jetliner that was already in the air. That's the only place that you can utilize this power. You're literally already flying. It's like emasculating you. Like it's all you can do is fly up and down the aisle. You can like levitate up and down the aisle. One of my other personal favorites is what if you could take something that was green and just make it a slightly lighter shade of green? Mm-hmm. You're not stopping Thanos with that one, bro.
Yeah, you're not even affecting people with color blindness. They're
No,
not even going to know.
at that point.
So that's like wiping out a certain percentage of the entire population that your superpower has absolutely zero effect on.
That ain't doing shit. What if you had the ability to read minds, but only of people who spoke languages you couldn't speak?
Perfect.
Yeah. You could read somebody's mind, but you're listening to their language, you don't even know what it is. What if you had the ability to mind control one duck and no one told you where that duck was? What if you didn't know? You had the ability to control one like mallard. Make it do whatever you want. Anything.
What if it was Howard the Duck?
If it was but nobody told you where Howard was.
He exists in a different universe.
That's
now.
right. Now, yeah. He's gone home. Bless him. We love him. Yeah. I think about this more than I tell other people.
It sounds like you do.
Yeah. I got a lot of them. Yeah, it's weird. I accept that it's weird. I'm not scared of that. That's fine.
Well, that's fantastic. Fine. What about new music? You listen to any new music?
The newest music that I would say that affected me was that Stray Victim, dude. That Gregoria track, homie.
Oh, yeah. The one that Alex sent over to you.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was good.
Did they play that last night?
They sure did.
They did. Okay.
They did, and people were taking bites out of each other. Dude, it was fucking heavy. It was a lot, dude.
Yeah,
it was wild.
They were literally changing, right?
Yeah.
They were going from human form to werewolves and then biting each other.
Yeah. It was lycanthropic last night. It was pretty intense.
Good stuff. Well, at this point in time, it's about, I think we have to pay the bills, right?
Oh, that's right, it is.
So, unfortunately, we do have to run ads. Sorry, guys. But, like I said, we do have to pay for this luxurious studio.
That's exactly right.
Somehow.
You're compensating the hundreds of people who attend in the live audience every single night. Okay, guys, listen. Say, friends, are you tired of being mercilessly pursued by the beloved actor Jeff Goldblum? He's stalking you in the night with ancient instincts, smelling your blood on the night air, coming for you to disassemble you, tooth and nail, rending you apart, try Bloom Be Gone. Yes, Bloom Be Gone, one single application will make you as invisible to Jeff Goldblum as those dinosaurs that are invisible from the Jurassic Park / World franchise.
That's right. Side effects. We have to tell you about the side effects.
There are side effects.
We know you want to become invisible to Jeff Goldblum.
That's precisely.
But the side effects of this product would actually become Jeff Goldblum would become attracted to you. Right?
That has happened.
It has happened. So side effects of this product would be turning into a teleportation device.
You might turn into a telepod.
Right. You could turn into Gina Davis.
You might transmogrify. It's not impossible.
You could be one of the aliens from Earth Girls Are Easy. Right?
That's right.
All of these things will attract Jeff Goldblum to you, and they might be side effects. So.
Yeah, so some other side effects may include unintentionally attracting Sam Neill, Laura Dern, or the reanimated remains of Sir Richard Attenborough.
Ooh, and you don't want that.
No, you don't want all that. But ask your doctor whether or not Bloom Be Gone is right for you.
Brought to you by Novo Nordisk.
All of them are brought to you by Novo Nordisk.
And back to the show. Wow, Jeff Goldblum, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have issues with Jeff Goldblum coming after you?
Not anymore. Now that I've started taking Bloom Be Gone, he hasn't pursued me easily for at least 15 or 16 minutes.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I wonder if maybe I was afflicted with Jeff Goldblumism, because there for a while I was going through and watching all of those, like his modern movies.
Oh, yeah.
Budapest Hotel.
Oh, look at you.
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City, guys.
Asteroid City.
Yeah.
So he was working his way into my psyche.
That's right. He's sort of triangulating, learning your location so that he could start going through your garbage. As he is known to, as he famously does.
Well, he gets everybody's information because of the data breach from apartments.com.
That's precisely.
Now he's got all of your home information and he's coming for you. So you really should talk to your doctor about Bloom Be Gone.
Make the appointment today.
You'd be an idiot not to.
That's right.
Well, what else? What is next, Paul?
Well, I think what's next might just be one of our most beloved segments. It might be time to bring on our guests, sir.
Oh, it's guest time.
Guest time. That's right. We have the marvelous, the magical, the immortal, the invincible, the timeless Tony Fonzi from Circling Over. Tony, come on in, buddy. That's right.
Salt and pepper to taste.
That's right.
Just, speaking of the highways, driving up here, there was the set of the Merv Griffin show. It was on the highway.
The whole thing.
And, Jeff Goldblum was picking it up, but thank God I got my dose of Bloom Be Gone on the way.
He took his dose. See, the man takes his Bloom Be Gone, and he's physically here with us today to do the interview. Bloom Be Gone. Ask your doctor if it's right for you. Tony, how are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic.
That's
Sun's
good.
out. It's fall. It's my time.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Autumn always.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Love it.
Would love that. So you have the new record out, the new Circling Over record.
Yes, sir.
There's a stack of stuff for you guys. The video, the brilliant video for their song Eve has been out for a little while. Mm-hmm. We went to your CD release show, which was magnificent.
Thank you.
Had a good night in Denver that night.
Awesome.
You guys also did just relatively recently sign to Braeburn Records.
Correct. Yes.
So that's pretty incredible. Yeah. What has that been like for you, signing to Braeburn?
Seamless. It's a really good community of bands. I could honestly say our bandmates or label mates, I should say. We all we're fans of all the bands there. We like Talking Point's probably one of my favorite bands around. And just we've been good buddies with Suicide Cages, so like to be in that community, it was a good fit. Derek runs Braeburn, and just it's nice to work with somebody that we could be friends with, you know. So it's a good family, and really stoked to be a part of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Friendliness and camaraderie and professional considerations do not have to function exclusively from one another. There can be Venn diagram crossover there.
Yeah.
So that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, man. Very happy about it.
Circling Over is definitely a very vibey band, dude. There's an attitude, there's an energy, a kind of atmospheric essence. Talk to us a little bit, Tony, about the origin of the band.
The origin of the band. So around pandemic time.
Yes.
I responded to, basically was an ad in a Facebook group that said, hey, anybody looking to join a band, whatever, that's enlisted a handful of bands that, this person wanted to aim towards, and he listed like Cult of Luna, Amun Ra, and like bands like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what? I do love stuff like that. So I responded to it, and got together with Joe, another guitar player and another drummer.
Right.
The other guitar player and the other drummer are not around anymore. One of the drummer moved away. We're on our third drummer now, which is working out great. Andrew's awesome.
That's awesome.
And the original guitar player, it turned out that we started playing shows and it just wasn't something he wanted to do. So we recruited Bobby, and now Bobby's in the band, and like our lineup is really good. I think this is the lineup. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Just started with Joe and I just kind of jamming over COVID, and then and we stuck around and we kept at it and just found the right guys.
That's awesome. So a little bit of a journey, a little bit of a process.
Yeah, it took a couple years, but we're here now.
We're here now. Kyle, did you have a question?
I was going to say it's crazy to think that's 5 years ago now. Right?
It
Dude,
is.
It's wild.
Yeah,
man.
time flies, dude.
And everybody lost a couple of years.
They're the forgotten years.
And they really are. Dude.
Yeah.
I think every time that we've seen you guys a handful of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played with you guys.
That's right.
That too, as well. I think that's when we originally met up with you guys. Was when we played with you guys down at the Crypt in Denver.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. But you guys have had a pretty stable lineup, I think, since we have known you.
Yeah, for as long as we've known you, I think.
Maybe
I think
drummer change?
I think we had a different drummer change since we played with you guys, because Andrew's the newest member of the band, and it's just kind of funny story about him is our drummer before that, Dan, he's just like, hey guys, I'm gonna have to make some changes in my life, and it just you know how it is doing a band thing. It's not for everybody. It's not for beginners, right. Dan's not a beginner, mind you, but he life comes up. We're getting older, and he's like, hey, I'll play whatever you have on the schedule or whatever, and I was like, all right, that's fine. Ended up, again, going to one of the Facebook groups and kind of met Andrew virtually. He's like, I'll play, I'll do like 2 or 3 shows or whatever just to get you guys over the hump and, help you out. It'd be fun for me to play. And after the third show, and I was just like, so, how can I talk you into keep doing it? He's like, I'm still here, aren't I? So I'm like, all right, he's our drummer.
Yeah.
It can be tough going through band member changes. I think a lot of people can relate to that. I'm struggling to think of maybe a handful of bands where they've got their original members, like U2 or something like that, and made it all the way to the end, right?
Yeah.
But most musicians experience going through band member changes and stuff. Did it throw you in any kind of fits of depression or anything like that? Were you struggling to find new drummers? Or
No, I wouldn't say there was. It wasn't depressing. Actually, it happened quite fast, and we didn't lose any. So we had Dan. He was willing to play the remainder of the shows, but I could tell he needed to move on. So we had a show at, I think, Moe's, and then we had a show opening up for Sparta, and Andrew learned a song so fast that we're like, he's going to be able to play that show. Yeah. So those were his first 2 shows with us. So so it was no lost time whatsoever.
Oh, well, good for you, dude. Because it definitely, we've all been in the game a little while.
Yeah.
You know that it does not always go that way.
No.
Yeah.
Especially with drummers. There's not enough of them. There's too many guitar players like me, but
good drummer, good rhythm section players in a general way, I think, are hard to find.
Hard to come by,
But
absolutely.
But in the world of really heavy or extreme music, there's peculiarities to it. There's faculties that you have to have that aren't present in a lot of other styles of music. So, you guys, again, you've got that like atmospheric, like power thing happening.
Sure.
And it's, to get somebody who's got the right feel. Good for you guys, man, that it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's been good.
Yeah, that definitely makes it easier. It can be a severe setback for a lot of bands. I know for Paul and I mean, the reason we're whittled down to just the two of us is because of band members either dropping out, band members having to leave, band members moving on to other bands. And eventually you're just like, we're tired of starting over.
Yeah, dude. It stops being cute starting over. And much like you were saying, Tony, you can't hold it against anybody. You can't fault anyone. It's life. It's your job or it's your kids. The band that Kyle and I were in before Pathos Logos was a band called The Caveat. We were in a band actually with Mikey Stansel from Allegiant and Entheos. I think he's I don't know whether or not he's officially in Entheos, but he definitely tours with them.
Fill-in guy.
Shout to Allegiant, shout to Entheos, shout to Michael Stansel.
What up, Mikey?
But we did our CD release show at the Marquee in Denver in 2017, I think that was. And we finished the CD release show, and our bass player at the time, shout to Nick Schaefer, love you, baby.
What up?
But bless him, Nick Schaefer looks at us, and he's like, well, fellas, this has been great. I have a plane to catch. There's controversy around the name of the company now. So he got hired by a certain company where he was going to make a hell of a lot of money and moved his wife and his daughter out to Nevada. And, what are you going to say to him? No, stay in our Denver metro area prog band? Like, not the strongest sell.
Look, buddy, 6 figures doesn't look good on you. I don't know how to break it down for you. But.
You've got to be willing to starve for the art.
4 figures is looking much more your lifestyle, my friend.
Stick with us, Mac. You'll be 100-aire. So the struggle is definitely real. I'm glad that you feel solid about the lineup and stuff. Yeah. We all of us also, as musicians, we have a variety of different influences. There's different music that we like. Would you say that the music here's a question for you. Would you say that the music that Circling Over makes perfectly aligns with stuff that you listen to all the time? Or was it like, I enjoy this spectrum of stuff, but I'm choosing this particular road for this project?
More the spectrum answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to a wide variety of music. I would say that what we play is like a small portion of what I listen to. I listen to country. I listen to, like one of my favorite bands is Dillinger Escape Plan. Like it wouldn't be that weird
baby.
to hop in my truck and listen to Dillinger Escape Plan and then listen to like Coulter Wall. Like,
right.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So, but I will say listening to that, a bunch of different things helps me with my creative process with Circling Over.
Yeah.
If I were to just listen to bands that are adjacent to us, it would just be derivatives. So it's like a slice of what I listen to, I guess.
That's right.
Do you have any what people would call guilty pleasures?
There's no guilty pleasures.
I agree, but
there's only pleasures.
But
You want to know the worst band I like?
What is the worst band that you
I think
like?
it's Coal Chamber.
Oh, dude.
Coal Chamber, no.
I like them. I
There's a
legitimately
vibe there.
like.
Yeah.
Joe laughs at me because I'm listening to POD or Coal Chamber, and I'm like, I like that. Like,
No, dude, sometimes when you're in the Southtown, those kids don't play.
Honestly, they seem like such cool dudes.
I've heard that they are really, really nice guys.
Yeah.
And POD specifically doesn't play to a click live.
No shit.
Wow, mind-blowing, right?
So what sold me on them was I think it was a Southtown video, and they're having the cookout outside. It just looks like everybody's having the time of their life. But the drummer has a Zayo shirt on.
Oh, shit.
I was
Zayo,
like,
dude.
they're legit. And here's the other thing. You guys may or may not know. Zayo is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I was just going to bring that up.
That's right. That's a.
So is Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Yinzers.
Gotta watch out for
Pittsburgh
Goldblum.
dudes.
Goldblum coming after you.
Goldblum. Goldblum is actually joining Zayo. Actually, he's going to join the lineup.
I wonder if they know about Bloom Be Gone.
They should find out real fast.
They should ask their doctor if it's right for them.
He's just going to do interpretive dance for Zaya.
That's exactly right. Well, didn't the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones just have a guy who was like in the band, but all he did was dance on
so.
stage?
That sounds about
Oddly
right.
enough, his name was Jeffrey Goldblum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's weird.
Hashtag Jeff Goldblum life. Hashtag Bloom Be Gone. Hashtag Pittsburgh. Hashtag Yinzer.
Enough of that. So that's actually a good segue. So Yinzer, you're from Pittsburgh.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
why do they call you people? I don't want to say people like you. That sounds like why do they?
What do you mean, people like me?
exactly?
What do you mean, you people?
Why do they call people from the region of Pittsburgh Yinzers?
I think the main reason is because, in the South they say y'all.
Yes.
In
Okay.
Pittsburgh they say yins.
Oh, I see.
So
Interesting. So people on the other side of Pennsylvania could be just called Johns. Everybody over there is Johns.
Yeah, Yins, and then you go to Philly and it's John.
Everybody is. Where are you going? I'm going over to that John over there. Who
Yeah,
are you going with? I'm going with
the
John.
all-purpose term that means literally anything.
J
I
A
thought they were
W N.
just jabronis.
That too.
Jabroni, honorable mention. Definitely makes an appearance. That's right.
That one got me right there.
Jabronis indeed.
So
Jabronis
then
and
that's
Johns.
just like a term of endearment for people from
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
what are yins doing later?
Oh, there you go.
That's
Gotcha.
to use it in context. Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
then there's another one. People like a lot of the older folks, like my wife's grandma, used to say yuns.
Oh?
And she'd always like, what are yuns up to? Like, yins coming over.
shit.
Like,
Well, that's the plural of yins.
Yeah.
Yins is the singular.
which
yuns
is funny.
Is the plural.
It's funny. They're both kind of plural.
They
I
can
don't
be
know.
whatever you want, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It makes you think about like regional terms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one of my favorite ones from New Jersey is "not for nothing."
Yeah.
And "not for nothing," you don't really know what it means until you hear somebody use it in context. Like, "Not for nothing, but you spilled half your drink on my fucking pants." You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I know what "not for nothing" means now. You know. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Pittsburgh, dude. We were talking about that. We had a great time with Paul Neal, Katsulu Productions. He put us up when we had played out in Pittsburgh.
Yep, shout out
It
to
was
Paul.
awesome. Went to Primanti's and stuff. It was so good. We did a nosh pit about that. That's
We
right.
did a nosh pit
We
on
did do a nosh pit
Primanti's.
about that. It was awesome. But it's funny. Kyle and I have talked about this a lot since then. Is that what we didn't know what we thought Pittsburgh was going to be like, but what it turned out to be wasn't what we envisioned, which doesn't really make sense if you don't have a preconceived notion of it.
Yeah.
But it was really cool.
Well, I'm curious. What was the preconceived notion?
Well, that's the thing, is there was no coalesced, preformed idea. We just didn't, whatever we thought Pittsburgh would be like in some unformed, nascent way. It just turned out to be something else.
I can tell you just very simply and very just elementary, shinier. I thought it would have been shinier, but it's an older city.
It is. It's an older city.
It is the Rust Belt.
It is in
So
fact
it
the
is.
Rust Belt.
So it is.
It's a very friendly city. I find it to be friendly. I'm proud to be from there.
Yes.
I love the people there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very hardworking city with beautiful people. That's the best way I could describe it. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you. Everybody there was very, very nice.
Oh, it was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but things like the hills,
Right. Yeah.
like, and again, I don't know. I've never once, like, in my secret heart, conjectured, like, I wonder if Pittsburgh is a flat city. I've never assembled that
Oh, no,
combination.
it's
of
all
words.
on hills.
Yeah, it's nothing but hills, dude. It was crazy.
And bridges.
In bridges. In Pittsburgh, you wake up in the morning and you look out your window and you say, I wonder what my neighbor's doing. And then you look down the hill and you see every single one of your neighbors and what they're up to that morning.
It is.
Because you can just see
It is true.
12 houses down, you know? Everything was built into the side of a hill.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Everything was 1,000,000 years old.
That's
There
right.
was nothing new in the city, dude.
No.
It didn't seem like to me anyway.
No, it's
It's got that history, dude.
It's got that history. And I know we've brought this up 1,000,000 times already. We'll stop. We're not going to stop. The pizza, bro.
yeah.
The Pittsburgh pizza.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Italian food in general. Yeah.
It hit hard out there. It was like, okay, going to Kansas, which is the home of pizza in the United States, believe it or not, right? Pizza Hut was developed at Wichita State University.
Wichita
Hey,
State
that's a
University?
guilty pleasure right there, man.
What, Pizza Hut or Wichita
like
State?
old Pizza Huts.
Like the mini personal pan pizzas?
Well, just the when I was a kid, they had Book It, and I would do Book It. This is not something I even had pictured I would even be talking about here. but you read like 100 books in the summer or whatever, and then like you go and you get your personal pan pizza, but like there'd be like Mortal Kombat in the corner, and then there's like red chandeliers, a smoking section, and like that salad bar. Like man,
they have like the red and white crosshatch tabletop that they put
exactly.
down.
Like there is a website that tells you where all those still exist. There's like a handful. But,
no shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally feel what you're talking about. Book It, right? I can personally attest to the effectiveness of Book It. The only reason I can read is because I wanted to eat pizza as a kid.
I am an avid reader. One of my favorite pastimes, anybody that's very close to me will tell you, like, man, Tony, he's a nerd. All he does is read. Like, I'm just constantly reading, man.
You know, maybe we should break it down for the kids, because I'm sure a lot of kids in 2025 are going to have absolutely zero idea what we're talking about. Right?
Yeah.
So back in the early 90s, late 80s into early 90s, somebody in the world thought it would be a good idea to entice the children of the United States to learn to read by enticing them with Pizza Hut pizza. Mm-hmm. Read a book, eat a pizza. Read a book, eat a pizza. They were all free. It was fantastic.
It was.
I read so many books.
Me too.
Yeah.
My elementary school and middle school library actually had what would be the equivalent now of concert films, right? So I remember they had a book on Live Aid, right? And so you could pull the book off the shelf and it had pictures and it described all the bands that played at Live Aid and like the songs they played and the reaction from the crowd. And they had different what was the other one? Woodstock, of course. Just these, like, you know, seminal concert events. And so I learned to read by pulling these books off the shelf and just reading all this nonsense. And then you'd say, yeah, I read it and the Rolling Stones played at, you know, Altamont in 1969, teacher. And then they'd give you a free personal pan pizza.
Wasn't there like a button and then you'd get a sticker from your teacher or something like that?
Yes.
And then that was what...
Yeah, you'd get like a strip of paper, almost like a bookmark or something like that, and they would stamp it.
That's so
and you'd have to go to your teacher, and they'd say, well, what book did you read? Tell me about the book. And you'd be like, well, I read about Jimi Hendrix at the Woodstock performance. And you're like, get out of here, kid. Here's your stamp. Go eat a pizza. It was great. That's how I learned to read, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I also consumed 500 personal pan pizzas between the ages of 8 and 10.
Yeah, between that and Little League,
Straight up, dude.
So much pizza. Anyways, that's my guilty pleasure. Now that it's coming back around, you know. But I wouldn't call it guilty because it's nostalgia now.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's right. As you said, no guilt, just pleasure.
Just
right.
pleasure.
That's right.
That sounds like the motto to like a an adult store or something.
Right. No guilt, no guilty, just pleasure.
And I didn't mean to pivot away from the Pittsburgh pizza, but I don't know that.
No,
it's probably for better. We talk about pizza on every single episode.
Yeah, somehow pizza gets mentioned. Sidebar, I just saw it in my head, like Pathos and Logos adult store. The Pathos and Logos fuck hut. No guilty, just pleasure.
It's an old Pizza Hut, dude, that's just been converted.
It's a repurposed Pizza Hut. You walk on the inside. There's somehow, like, next to all the magazines, there's still a salad bar. Why is there a salad bar in there?
There's always, because we'll never get rid of the salad bar, and Jeff Goldblum serves it to you.
Oh, he won't
with the
leave us alone.
tongs.
I've taken
one piece at a time.
What individually? And we must go faster. Yeah. Pittsburgh was a wonderful experience. You know what, homie? I had watched the video for the song Eve, the Circling Over song Eve, and I was very impressed. I think we should take a look at that video, dude.
I think it is also time that we go ahead
it's
and fly the
Eve
video
o'clock.
It's Eve o'clock.
Right now.
All right, we're queuing it up now. Through the magic of technology, everybody will see this come across their screens. We're going to go ahead and comment on it, so feel free to let us know about cool things that happen behind the scenes, all that fun stuff. It should start playing right about now.
Right about now. All right. Let's see. That's Westminster Castle. That's a fun fact.
No shit.
Where is that at?
Westminster.
Clever. Such a clever boy. Westminster, England, huh?
Yeah.
Of course.
Westminster, Colorado.
For those that don't know, Westminster does also exist in places outside of the EU.
Those are some woods.
Creepy.
I wasn't there for that.
Creepy.
Dude, I was very impressed. The vibe is gigantic. But I will tell you, just eyeballing it, like, it looks so sick. But from experiences Kyle and I have had making videos as well, the first thought I had was, are they just freezing right now, dude?
Yes.
When did you shoot this video?
When was it? So we finished recording in March, shortly after we were done recording. So it was like March-ish, April, something like that. But
Rainy season.
well, there really wasn't much rain in the forecast. However, we're standing out in front of the castle, and it was fine. And then these clouds came in, and we did have to move. We shot, and then it would start raining. Like, oh crap, we got to move our gear, and we moved it into some shelter.
Shit.
And then we'd move it back out and try to put it in the same spot. So like, yeah, we're in that spot there, and then this might have been a completely different shot. I don't know. Like,
Did you guys do multiple days on set?
no, this is one day with us. Now, Gut Check Media shot this, so shout out to Gut Check.
Shout
Media.
out to Gut Check Media.
They
dude.
did a fantastic job.
It
So
does look great.
they did all the other, like, the B-reel stuff without us.
Yeah,
Too
it's-
busy living that rock star life.
That's right, man. That's right. No, it does. It creates a very cohesive vision, dude. It elicits something.
Yeah,
inside
so
of watching.
you know what? In hindsight, like, that was really frustrating moving our stuff, and like, we don't want our gear to get ruined. However, I think it made the video, you know, a little more haunting, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's the word that I would
Yeah,
use.
it kind of fits the vibe a little bit better. So, you know, from an artistic standpoint, that was Bobby. He had his sunglasses on in that last shot. And if you go back and forth, there's shots where we don't have our sunglasses on. So that's a little fun fact for you.
Oh, where's the consistency,
Yeah,
man?
so you know sunglasses in that shot.
Now they're on. Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
they'll be back on again.
Well, I tell you, the video and the song, I mean, let's be real, the song just creates this very, like, stark atmospheric energy, whether Bobby has his sunglasses on or not.
Was it a conscious decision to do everything in black and white?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought it fit the vibe of the song. We actually were going to shoot this video for the first song on the record, Truce, but last minute we kind of had a, like, I don't know, we kind of think Eva's the stronger song. I love Truce, but I just think this one kind of like captures us, our sound as a whole, a little bit better, maybe.
That somehow has more of, like, the quintessence of what Circling Over is really
Yeah,
about.
the quintessence. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly the word we were looking for. The
It was right
quintessence.
on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, yeah, dude, man, thank you for finally saying what we were all thinking, Paul, quintessence.
But also the time of year, there's no leaves on the trees. I think that helps.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was kind of like frustrated before we shot this video because we were gonna find a place that was kind of wooded, but I'm like, Colorado's too pretty. If I could just fly the band to Pittsburgh, it looks like a horror movie 7 months out of the year there, and it's kind of awesome. But
Yeah.
like, you know, it would have been cool for this, but this worked out.
You know, dude, that's actually a good point. I didn't pick up on that. Even going through like film study and stuff like
Yeah.
that in college, I see what you're saying because all the leaves are off the trees. It has sort of like a Night of the Living Dead, or like a just like
Yeah.
a dead vibe. You know,
Yeah.
just very dark. And if all the trees were like in full bloom, it definitely you wouldn't have the same kind of like subconscious vibe going.
Right, right.
It's not like there wouldn't be a vibe to that, but it just wouldn't be this vibe.
Yeah, I still think the video would have turned out good, you know,
sure.
but yeah, it's just a little extra element is like, yeah, the weather's kind of shit and no leaves on the trees. It just kind of pushes it over the edge a little bit.
Yeah, that sort of subliminal suggestion of, there's something to it, man, for sure.
Is the castle haunted?
I think there is that castle, in all honesty, has some bad history.
Oh, no shit.
I'm not going to divulge what it is
Got you.
here, but feel free to look it up and just the caveat to that is we have nothing to do with that history.
Got it.
Okay?
Got
All
it.
right? So
Does anybody live in the castle currently?
I think they have like classes and like there's like something goes on in there.
They teach you how to be a count.
Yeah.
They come here and learn to be a count.
That's right. But yeah, it has a checkered past from what I understand.
Right.
And I didn't find that out until after we shot the video.
Well, you know what? It's one thing I immediately think is Kyle and I, again, with our experiences making videos, sometimes it can be like frustrating. You got to adjust all this stuff, but then for the rest of forever, you get to look at that video and be like, it's right.
It was a good investment.
Yeah,
you know?
it was. Yeah, that exists now in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled upon that one as well because we weren't making videos. We were focusing more on just churning out songs. Right.
I get that.
And
as a musician,
that's
I'm a music creator.
weird.
Like at times, I'm like, are we? You think about merch and all these other things. Like, are we a clothing brand or are we a band?
Oh, yeah, you're traveling. You're traveling T-shirt salesman.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm here to create music.
Yes, sir.
And then that's where the video thing could get lost in the shuffle. Yeah. But I think it's if you think of it as a piece of the art, it's a good investment to make. So.
Yeah, like an extension of the song.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, isn't it? It definitely creates a very complete, holistic kind of energy. You instantly feel what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking to what you had said about like the music first, I think that's part of a struggle. We've talked about this before with other guests. Just the modern struggle of having come up thinking that, well, we'll just write good songs and that will be enough. And then this like crazy mercurial, constantly changing environment where you have to keep up with all this stuff with social media, releasing content all the time. It's almost like our roles, whether we want them or not, have been expanded into just more of like, you're an entertainer.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
It's weird. It's like you have to be an influencer if you want it to go anywhere. And like, I am not that. So.
You're right. We're all just a couple of silly little guys making noises.
That's right. Eating pizza.
I feel highly influenced by your hat. We got to draw attention to the Stan Mikita's fucking hat that Tony is wearing right now from one of my favorite movies of all time, Wayne's World.
Me too, man.
It's a classic, right?
I've watched it probably 700 times.
700
I have a Wayne's World tattoo somewhere.
Do you really?
I think it's on that arm. Anyways, I'll show you later.
It's crazy. It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just like really sad, man.
Yeah.
We've watched Wayne's World a couple of times ourselves.
Couple times, dude.
Handful of times.
Yeah. Well, so to go back to I didn't mean to divulge, but so we're
talking about Wayne's World.
You and me both. I know. We could do a whole show just on Wayne's World.
Yeah, dude, they just talked about Wayne's World the whole time.
Yeah. And they started pulling out their hockey jerseys. But so you had mentioned doing the video for Eve. Are you guys planning to do any other videos for the rest of the record?
There are no plans. Currently, we actually are back to writing music.
Yeah.
I do want to do another video. I have a song in mind off of the record. It's kind of hard to pivot back to that once the record's been out. It's like, but I do have a song. I do have some ideas, but it hasn't even been discussed in-house. So there's nothing. Right now, there's no plans. Right now, we're actually taking a little bit of a break. It's been like go.
Yeah.
And we just finished up a couple of shows. We don't have another show until February as it stands right now.
There you go.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's fine, man. I have my own stuff I'm working on too. I do a little solo project and I'm going to put some time into that. And we just had a writing session last night as a band and went great. And, we have about four in our pocket right now for our next record.
Hey.
But yeah, we have a big show in February. I can't say any details other than there's a big show in February.
Got it.
In Denver.
Got you. Yeah, and that's all that he's legally allowed to divulge.
That's correct. That's about all I can say right now.
Or else the clandestine, the clandestine hidden powers will visit dire consequences upon him.
We'll sick Jeff Goldblum on you.
That's right.
Yeah, clandestine hidden powers. It's just Jeff Goldblum.
It's just Jeff. Yeah, that's it.
It's just Jeff Goldblum. Kyle and I actually find that we follow a similar pattern where when the leaves start to fall, you sort of draw the energy that you were putting out over the summer and shows and stuff kind of draws inward, and then it's creativity mode again.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, honestly, we had a couple rainy days this last week, and I was super creative. I wrote like 2 ideas down for Circling Over, and then a couple for my solo project, which is called Rival Ghost.
Okay.
And I play every once in a while.
There you go.
But I'm not going hard on that right now.
Right.
But yeah, I've been working on that, scheduling some studio time with that. We don't have a timeline on the Circling Over stuff, but like, yeah, it's just, it's creative time right now, you know?
Can you give us, and everybody else out there watching, maybe a little bit of insight into the creative process? Is there a member of the band that usually comes with the songs fully fleshed out? Do you guys, is it like a rule that you guys are always writing everything live together? Do you guys come with lyrics first? Like, what's the process?
So most of the ideas in the current way the band is operating right now come from either Bobby or I, because we play guitar, both of us. So right now the 2 song ideas we have on this newer one, Bobby and I are presenting the ideas, and they are not flushed out at all, Right. So we bring them to the other guys, Andrew and Joe, and they're pretty good tastemakers, and just like whatever I can record drum wise, Andrew's just going to do way better than I am. He's going to have better ideas.
Right.
Joe's a really good, like, that sucks, that doesn't, kind of guy.
Right.
We have a song out on our first EP called Torch, which is one of my favorite songs to play live. We sat on that song for like, I don't know, like a year maybe, because Joe didn't like the ending.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, it's fine. What are you talking about? It was good enough for me. But he's like, nope, it could be better. It could be better. And then like, I don't know, like 8 months later, he's like, all right, I finally figured it out. Check it out. And then like we finished the song. I'm like, dude, this is magic. This is awesome. Like,
but he could feel it.
He could feel it. He could spot some things that I can't. I'm a little more like, I want to do it, move on,
right.
Which is good and can be bad, I also trust their opinion. I don't want to embarrass myself or them.
Right.
So, so a lot of times we kind of utilize, back in the day, everything. I used to play in this metalcore band in Pittsburgh, and we just record organically. We didn't know what we were doing. We just like, oh, here's a guitar riff, and then like put a drum beat to it, and like, until we just made it a song in the room together. Nowadays, like we're fastly approaching middle age, and we have careers, and some people have kids and stuff like that. Yeah. So, with the technology we have now, we're able to just like kind of demo at home and then just send it off to the group. We have a group chat. We send it off. Yeah. And then our guys in the band will just bounce back ideas, and we just kind of go back and forth like that. And then we get into the room and like kind of already know what we're doing, but all right, I've been sitting on this. I want to try a few things with it, and then we just kind of bring it together that way.
That's right.
So what about gear then? Is there, can you give us a little bit of a rundown of what you were playing for the most recent record?
On the record?
Yeah.
What did we use? We used for the gain stuff, we used a Mesa dual rectifier. I'm trying to remember what was in Green Door because we used a lot of his amps. What else?
So you guys weren't necessarily using like the amps you brought with you.
I did bring a Sunn Model T with me, and it found a couple spots on the record.
Cool.
So that and a MiG 100. Who makes those? It's a Russian amp, I think. We used that. I think there's some Marshall on there. Live, I play through an orange amp, but I used the Super Crush, which is a solid state version of the Rocker Verb.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? It's so funny because like it's no fuss. I love it for live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just works and it sounds great, and at least I think it does. And the one thing confirming thing about that for me is I went to the High Dive one night and I saw Lost Relics playing.
Okay.
And I thought that they had Rocker Verbs up there. and I had owned a Super Crush. And I was like, I went up to Jess, their guitar player, and I was like, hey, what amps are you using? Your guitar tone is awesome. He's like, oh, it's just the solid state orange. I'm like, I have that amp. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I was like, mine sounds that good? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, huh.
He's telling you, like, you do sound
no,
this
you
good
sound
too.
good, dude. Like, I'm like, cool. So I'll keep using it. I ended up buying a Engel Fireball, and that amp was sick, but I didn't like it for our band.
Right.
Yeah.
If I was doing
Super high gain, the Fireball.
it was awesome and very, very like tight distortion, which is sick. We don't play a whole lot of notes.
Right.
Our stuff is like slow BPM. If we were playing like faster stuff with like a lot more notes, like you
would want it to be a little tighter.
right.
Right.
And like I just think, and I still might buy a rock reverb just to have one, but like I kind of like that kind of like sludgier sound for our gain stuff.
Yeah.
So
Hot sauce is good. Ice cream is good. Hot sauce on ice cream is not good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
The rock verb amps are really nice.
They are, man.
Like
they are.
it's funny because usually on amps you don't get many of them with spring reverb anymore, and so but that one you do. And I was never a big fan of like the spring reverbs you'd get off of like a Marshall amp. Or anything like that.
No, I
I
get that.
always generally had the reverb turned all the way down, or maybe to like 1.
Yeah.
Right. But then had a rock verb, an orange rock verb, come through the studio, dude, and I was blown away.
The reverb on that amp sounds awesome.
It sounds
so
great.
good. Yeah.
It gives it so much character.
I agree.
That like accept no substitutes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that's cool. Is there any piece of gear that you would say you can't live without?
Great question.
That is a good question.
It can be.
Probably-
It can be more than one.
Probably that amp. I'm trying to think what's on my pedal board.
The solid state.
Yeah, probably that amp. I here's the thing. I want to use my Sunn Model T live. It's too loud. As funny as it sounds, like sound guys get pissed off when I show up with that amp. Like
Stage volume. What's that?
You just walk in with it and they're instantly mad at you.
yeah, it's just like oh god, it's a amazing amp, but like man, it's just so loud.
We have some friends down in San Angelo.
I was just thinking.
I knew you were thinking that, dude. Shout out to the boys in Red Beard Wall. But they're rolling around with Sunn amps, too.
Yeah.
And their stage volume is
crazy.
a force.
to be reckoned with.
To be
for
reckoned
sure.
with.
I think oftentimes they don't even get mic'd up.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. If I use the Sunn Model T, I can't hear my like vocals, and like I think of myself as a guitar player before a vocalist. So,
Yes.
so I have a whole lot more confidence in my guitar playing than my vocals. I can do it, but I kind of became vocalist by necessity. Like,
Right.
oh, we have to find a vocalist. You got to meet somebody. So I'm like, I'll do it.
That's not entirely unlike our
We have no idea what you're talking about, buddy.
no frame of
Do we want
reference
to be a
what
5-piece?
that's
It's tough enough to get 4 people together, but a piece of gear I can't live without. Probably the amp, and I'm using a 412 Emperor cab right now, which I love. I'm trying to think if there's like a pedal I need.
You know those pedal nerds are gonna want to hear this. They're gonna want it's gotta be Earthquaker devices. It's gotta be the Strymon.
Yeah. I have a soft focus, which is a pedal kind of mimicked after the one I can't remember the record name, but a Slow Dive record.
Yeah.
It's a very shoegazy pedal. It's
Okay.
on all of my clean stuff.
Okay.
That is essential to our sound.
Right.
So I would say my amp and then that pedal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hot damn.
Yeah, that's good stuff to know.
Yeah.
The say something. I had something. I just lost it. It just flew away.
I got you.
I'll find it again. I'll find it again.
Do you use any effects on your voice, or are you usually just relying on front of house to handle that for you?
I've had issues with bringing my own effects, so I just
Same.
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of given up on that idea. I would love to revisit it and try to, climb that mountain again. But it's become frustrating to where I just kind of rely on front of house. Drown me in reverb because that's our sound.
Yeah.
And just tons of compression because we have so many dynamics. Like I yell, I talk, I sing.
Yeah.
And I sing a couple different ways. I don't know why I did this to myself, but
You need something to kind of,
yeah.
like you said, smooth out the dynamics.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
up
yeah.
the soft parts
Yep.
and bring down
Yep.
the heavy parts.
exactly.
You had touched a little earlier in the interview about how you're a Dillinger Escape Plan guy.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Killer fucking band,
Yeah.
dude.
Jersey band.
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah.
Chris Penny.
That's right.
Chris Penny on drums. Calculating Infinita. So the reason why I bring it up is because Kyle and I have found that regionally throughout the country, bands who might crush it in a particular region, and we've talked about this, although Dillinger, I think, has a broader appeal now, when they were more of just that, like, kinetic, spastic, off-the-wall thing, songs like 43% Burnt and shit like that, that it didn't translate as well throughout the country. You know, you'd come out to a place like Colorado and ask about Dillinger when they first dropped.
You almost have to see it live.
Yeah, you have to experience it live.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why I bring it up is, by your reckoning, you've been in bands in Pittsburgh, you've been in bands in Colorado.
Yes.
Are there any salient differences or divergences from one another from like east to west in
Like
terms of just
stylistic?
not even just stylistic, just the very experience of being in bands?
I mean, the people are in that are like-minded are generally similar.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people in bands back in Pittsburgh, likewise here, and it's, you know, I could plug and play in that environment and feel the same.
Yeah.
You know, as far as that goes, stylistically, man, Denver's very doomy.
Yeah.
there's a lot of good doom bands too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing it any shade.
No.
Like they're like just about all of them are good.
But there's no lack of doom bands in Denver.
No, it's a doom scene, you know, and
Dude,
that's
That
cool,
extends
you know?
all the way down to Texas.
There's
tell
a
you.
lot of doom bands in Texas. Temptress is out of there.
Yeah, shout out to Christian. I think they've moved now. I don't think they're
Oh,
in Texas
no shit.
anymore.
I didn't realize
Because
that.
isn't Christian in Georgia or something like that?
Might be.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
They might have relocated, but they were out of the DFW area.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for a long time.
Every time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but every time we've played in Texas, we play with a doom band of some sort.
That's
on every bill.
Exactly correct. If we've played in the state of Texas 20 times, there have been at least 20 doom bands.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Yeah.
We're usually the odd man out. There's 3 doom bands in us.
Yeah, I feel like that scene doesn't really like change over until you get like, you know, to the Eastern time zone, basically.
You're right.
You know,
Right.
and then they want deathcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, deathcore is the thing right now for sure. When I remember us playing in Tennessee for the first time, dude, and people turned their backs on us. Dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were not into it. We played at the end in Nashville, way back in the day.
With Inferi.
With Inferi, an early version of Inferi.
Yeah.
Yeah, who has
Interesting.
gone on to great technical death metal success.
That's right. Eric W. Brown was still the drummer for Inferi at that time, wasn't he?
Dude, I think you're right.
Because he's been with, I don't know how long he's been with Necrogoblicon, but
Yeah.
I think that was it.
That's the connective tissue, because we were crashing at his house.
Yes, that's right. Eric was the drummer, dude. Eric was playing for Inferi at that time.
You know what? This is all coming back to me now. There was a girl in the audience who had to wear like a padded helmet. Do you remember that? That night?
Whoa.
There was a
know
girl.
that I do,
she had to. She
sir.
was walking around with a padded helmet on. And she explained to me why. We're not going to get into that, but either way, she was wearing a padded helmet.
That's wild.
Walking.
I remember that now. That's
Yeah, you
starting
do.
to come back up to the surface.
But all that to say, like, I think what Paul's getting to is, like, there are certain regions where you're like, oh, like, you know, we're going to pull out the heavy set when we're playing here. And
absolutely.
now we're going to work in the acoustic ballad when we play.
That's right.
You know, in this area of the country, because they accept it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
I get that.
I love everything about it.
yeah, it's not like you're running into, like, scenes where metalcore is huge anymore, right? Where it used to be, like, the big thing in New England.
Yeah,
back in,
like
like, the
if you were
early
in like
2000s.
Massachusetts, early 2000s, it's every band was metalcore. Yeah, they're all like at the gates, and then elaboration from that. You know,
And there was also, I feel like this doesn't get talked about enough, in and around the area of Maryland. Like, am I nuts? Is Periphery from Maryland?
The Periphery boys are in and around that D.C. area.
That
for
D.C.
sure.
thing. Isn't
Dude,
it also
Good
Animals?
Charlotte, Animals as leaders.
Animals as leaders as well.
Yeah, the band Reflux. I don't know if you guys remember.
I do.
Yeah.
I remember Reflux. I saw them with Dillinger Escape Plan.
I was
Long
just going to
time
say,
ago.
dude, if you were into
Tosin
Dillinger.
play for Reflux?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did,
Yep.
huh?
Dude, Ash, the guy who now runs Sumerian or something like that, was the singer for
Yeah.
that band.
No
Sounds about right.
shit.
Yeah.
It checks out. Yeah.
For Reflux, huh?
Yeah, I remember working on, being in Jersey, working at Trax East. We
Yeah.
were working on the God Forbid Constitution
Should of Treason, yeah.
record. And, shout out to Doc and Dallas, dude. Doc and Dallas came in and they're like, you got to check this band out. And they threw the fucking Reflux CD down. And they're like, you have to check out this guitar player. And I remember popping it in and looking at Eric Rachel, and he was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And yeah, dude, it was sick. They were really, really into that band at that time. I got to give a shout out to the dudes in God Forbid, because they turned me on to Reflux. They turned me on to Gojira, of all bands, dude.
Dude, you know actually who Dallas went on and on about, Kyle?
I'm ready.
Was the Human Abstract Nocturne record. Doc and Dallas were fucking nuts for that. You worked on that record.
I worked on that
You
record.
worked on that record?
Yeah, that's true. Going back in the coffers of old Kyle Neely here.
Well, I know that it's a great mystery to all of you in the audience here and watching at home, but we like music. And we're not afraid to say it to you.
It's true. We're definitely not. This is about the time in the show where we take it to the fans.
That's right.
We go to fan questions.
Yes.
All right. And so because so many people tune into the show, there's an overwhelming amount of fan response. And people just, it's not that they want to know, Tony. It's that they need to know.
Yeah. The word is need.
I wouldn't
word
want to
is
know
need.
me either.
They need to know these things about
They
you.
do. No,
okay?
they want to know. They need to know.
And
Okay.
we can't attest for our fan base, okay? So the usernames and handles, we don't. I don't think we know these people personally, and if we do, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think that this segment comes up, and we're always a little stymied because what the hell are some of these names? Joe Rogan would like to know, who would you love to tour with someday?
Oh, that's a good one.
Would I love to tour someday?
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of options, right?
there's a lot of options, man. I'm thinking like, what's a good fit? If I think there's a few European bands I really like.
Yeah.
Like Brutus comes to mind.
Okay.
Brutus.
Yeah.
I'm not even
them out.
familiar.
I've heard the name. I'm
I've
not
seen
gonna
them
tell you
quite
that.
a few times. They're fantastic.
Oh,
I'm going to have to fucking bone
they're-
up on some Brutus.
They're a three-piece. I've seen them. I saw them in Atlanta, and I saw them here at the Marquee. They would be cool. Their drummer Stephanie, she's also the vocalist,
Oh, shit.
and she shreds.
Now I need to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess if I had to pick a pick of the litter, maybe like Cultaluna or
Oh,
somebody
cool.
like that. Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Here in the States, I think Russian Circles would be sick.
There you
Something
go.
like that.
You hear a lot about
Yeah.
Russian circles.
Something like that. So those are the ones that kind of come straight to my mind.
Jump
I guess.
out at
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one. Thank you, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Okay, we've got username that Taco Bell dog wants to know, what is your after show Taco Bell order?
I don't go to Taco Bell.
Probably
In
for the
your
better.
face.
I can't do that. Like,
In your face, Taco
I-
Bell
I-
dog
I-
doesn't even go there.
You're trying to get sponsorship on the show? Trying to get sponsorship on the show?
I am 43 years old, and if I do, I go to Fat Sully's and get a slice.
Fat Sully.
Yeah, post
Okay.
show slice sometimes.
I got a bug that keeps flying directly into my face.
Oh, dude, you got to be careful for that. You might change into the fly.
It's Jeff Goldblum. He found me, bro. He's here.
Where's he at? So Fat Sully's. Wait. Real quick. Is it a cheese slice? Are we talking a pepperoni slice? Are you going
you want to know what
upside
toppings?
down grandma?
No, I'll do my go-to because that bug just.
You seen him, dude. He's here, bro.
Jeff Goldblum. Get out of
Jeff
here.
Goldblum.
Fuck you, Goldblum.
Leave us alone.
I do sausage and banana peppers.
Yeah.
Banana peppers is where it's at. It's a little spicy. It's a little tangy.
It's a little vinegary.
There you go.
But you know what? Combined with sausage, it's nice. If you haven't gone down that road, I strongly encourage it. Goes well with pepperoni too. But
sausage and banana peppers. Yeah. Would you have a name for your? Because I've never heard that particular combination thrown out personally. Yeah. Would you call that anything?
No.
The Fonz?
I'm trying to think. Hey, you could, yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
We have got the Earth is a rhombus. I think wants to know, and this is more like existential. Is there anything you thought would exist by now that doesn't?
Flying cars, man.
Flying cars.
We were all promised flying cars by the fucking Back to the Future franchise.
It's like we're 2025. I thought we'd be more futuristic at this point.
Blame it on Robert Zemeckis. He put together Back to the Future, right?
That's exactly right.
It's all his fault.
Zemeckis.
I am really disappointed we can't teleport, so I'm gonna, try my, Jeff Goldblum medication, and if I keep doing it,
he's good.
Maybe I can.
He's good. You brought it back around.
Bloom be gone. I blinked on the name, but
he's gonna skip his dose so that Jeff Goldblum can show up and show him how to make the fucking technology.
I have to figure out how that teleportation works, because is it like if you go cold turkey, it's like, if you get on like an anxiety medication and you just like cut and you're just worse than you were before. Maybe if I just stop.
Actually, if you stop Bloom Be Gone too suddenly, there's a hole that tears in the universe. And then not only does Jeff Goldblum find you, but Earth 2 Jeff Goldblum finds you, where he's not an actor, he's a youth pastor.
Dude, you know what? We forgot to mention that side effect to people. We should have mentioned that before.
Yeah, it's a cumulative effect. You can't just shut it down, dude. If you've been on Bloom Be Gone for too long, and then you stop, multiple alternate Earth Jeff Goldblums will show up. One of them is a chef. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to eat what that fucking guy is going to make for you?
That's true. You can't quit cold turkey. You gotta take yourself off using telekinesis.
Yeah. Good tie-in.
There you
Good.
go.
Yeah, the chef one, he cooks it in the telepod. So just think about that for a second. We got one more question here.
Okay.
We got one more. I'll get there. Eventually, the device will open back up.
The Earth is a rhombus. Huh?
This is who do we have here? Frumpy Debonair wants to know, what fashion trend do you wish would come back?
Fashion trend do I wish would come back?
That's exactly what everybody's been wondering.
I'll start. I'll think on that. I'll chew on that for a second. But one trend it's not fashion. I guess it is, because there are like vocabulary trends.
That's right.
And I've been saying fat a lot lately. PHAT.
Yes, dude.
I've been bringing that back. I've been really trying to say fat a lot. Like, I don't know. I went on a hike yesterday. It was pretty fat,
There it is.
So
when was the Tony's bringing it back, guys.
I want to start saying fat again. So if you come to a Circling Over show, you might get to hear me say the word fat. I'd like to see Jinko jeans be,
there it is.
A real like mainstream thing again. We looked so goofy. There's this. No matter how you feel about Hulk Hogan, there's a really sweet picture that floats around online of him wearing Jinko jeans.
Stop it.
And you need to look it up.
So
if you look up here in the corner in the YouTube video, maybe you could put a picture up there.
We'll have our assistant
right
fly
there.
this in.
Yeah.
Conan edits all our videos. He's going to fly it in
So,
right
yeah.
now. Hulk Hogan and Jinko
Conan the
jeans.
Sumerian.
Right
there.
Jinko jeans, man. I would support that.
I want to normalize adults wearing slap bracelets again.
Dude.
That's what I want.
Slap bracelets?
Slap bracelets. You know, we should get Pathos and Logos slap
I was going to say, it'd be a
bracelets.
good merch item.
That would be a great merch item.
You might see those soon. Dude.
I would love to see the calculator watch come back.
Ooh, okay.
With actual tangible buttons.
Yeah.
You're right for the tactile response.
Oh,
Right? I don't want to pull out my phone. I don't want to pull out my fucking Fitbit.
you're trying to do the tip?
Yeah.
Just do it on a fucking Star Trek style.
Exactly. I need to know what 20% of the price of this pizza is right now.
Yeah.
Just put it right in on my
The-
fucking Casio.
Casio.
My Casio watch calculator. My CalcuWatch.
That's right.
Bring it back.
So yes, bringing it back to the pizza, that delicious Yinzer Pittsburgh pizza.
That's right. Well, I guess it's been a little over an hour now. The FCC's getting a little upset with us. We're going to have to wind it down, folks. Don't want to get kicked off the air, you know what I mean? So, Paul, what do we say at the end of the show? Do we have something we say?
At the end of the show, we say, "Glory to the order. I don't have another one. I didn't think about this in advance."
Glory to the order. Go to Taco Bell for your order. Listen to Vision of Disorder.
Tony, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you to all of you. Leave a comment in the comments that just says the word comment. We're in love with you.